Okay, this is the unit thing. Okay, so we have total units produced, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have total fixed cost, total variable cost, total cost, average fixed cost, average variable cost, average cost, marginal cost. Okay, and then it runs like this. And like that. Now what I want to tell you here is it looks like a lot of information, but it's not. You get fixed cost. The fixed cost is, for example, your rent. Okay, you have to pay your rent in any case. So your fixed cost is fixed cost. Okay, it's not going to change. It's fixed. So your total fixed cost does not change. It's exactly the same the whole time. So if they give you one fixed cost, that's your fixed cost. So you can just write the fixed cost. That is your fixed cost. Okay. A variable cost is a cost that can change. So that is, for example, your airtime. Okay? Airtime, it changes depending on what you use. Now, if your airtime was 20 Rand, okay, what is your total expense for the month? Let's say you only had rent and airtime to pay. Okay, let's pretend food was free. If your airtime is 20, you know your fixed cost is 6,000, so that would give you a total budget for the month of 6,020. Okay, so you have to think logically about this, because otherwise it starts getting confusing. A variable cost changes, so with every extra unit, the variable cost, the marginal cost changes. So here's your marginal cost. Marginal cost is one extra unit. So let's say the cost of 10 minutes of airtime, or a minute, let's say a minute of airtime. Okay, so your marginal cost for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So your marginal cost was, let's say it was 5 Rand for the first minute. Then your next minute that you bought, they gave you for like cheaper for whatever reason. Okay, so that one was, for example, 3. Okay, 5 and 3. Now if you plus those together, you'd get an 8. Okay, so to put this into the graph, you have to look at what they give you, and you have to be a little bit chilled about it, because it's not that bad. 1, 5, 6, 8. I'm going to just put the examples in on page 10 of this memo, because otherwise I think we'll just get super confused. So total cost, they gave us nothing. There they gave us nothing. There they gave us 1, 2, 3, 34, 2. It's page 10, so just get page 10 out and then it'll make so much more sense. 3, this was B, this was C, and this was 18. Okay, so that's what they gave us on page 10. So in the exam, you could expect something like this, and then you have to fill in all these little letter keys. Okay, where was A? A was here. Okay, now let's start with A. Okay, this is what they give you. It looks like it's going to be difficult, but it's actually not difficult. They give you the total cost. Total cost. Total cost is the fixed stuff like rent and the variable stuff like airtime. So total cost is 1,568. Total cost. But they say when you had 0 units, it was 1,500. So that means you can figure out that your rent, that was your rent money, okay? Because even if it's on 0, it's still there. So you have to pay it in any case. So your total fixed cost is 1,500 because on 0, it's 1,500. So that makes this one 1,500. Okay, that's the answer there on every single line. So D, we already have D. It's 500. Speaking funny because I'm nervous because we're writing exams. Don't have to be nervous. It's not that hard. Now we know this one is 1,500. We also know in this scenario. So in the scenario where there's 2 units, we now already know that the fixed cost is 1,500. The total money spent was 1568. Now, if you look at that, you can tell me what your total variable cost was. You can see the airtime sits right there. That's the difference, because the fixed cost stays fixed, so the difference is the 68. Okay, so A is 68. 68. There we go. Now, where's B? There's B. Okay, B is average cost. Average cost. So, to work out B, they want the average cost. Now, what is an average? An average is if you take everybody together, what is the average? So they tell you the total cost of 1590, and they give you the units, which was 3. So it's 1590 divided by 3. And you just put that into your calculator. 1590 divided by 3 equals 530. So B is 550. Okay, average cost 530. Double checking myself. Yes, 530, that's right. Then let's go for C. Marginal cost. Marginal cost. So C is that one extra unit. How much did that cost you? That one extra unit. One extra unit just means you went from 2 units to 3 units. Okay, there, you had 2 units, now you have 3 units. What did it cost you extra to make the 3rd unit? Just from 2 to 3, the extra cost to make one more unit is the marginal cost. If you look here, how are you going to get that? You're going to take the total cost that you had over there, and you look at the total cost you have over here. Okay, the difference there, the difference between those two, that's the extra cost, because this was your total cost. This is now your total cost. So that extra money you spent. So 68 plus 2 is 70, 80, 90, so it's 22. 22. Just put it into your calculator. 22, that's your marginal cost. The extra cost you had to spend for one more unit. Last but not least, we have D, but we already worked out D, it's 1,500. Guys, that is it. There's your first 30% of the exam, which means you'll pass. Yay! If you watch this video and it's too quick and it doesn't make sense, just comment. I'm going to check my comments and then I can help you with it, okay? Great. Good luck. Cheers.